Russians are insisting on a Trump-Putin meeting and on supposedly restoring the agreements reached in Anchorage. Meanwhile, Hungary wants to create an anti-Ukrainian alliance. My name is Albina Pidhirnyak. Here are the latest news for you. On the Russian TV channel, they said that they would strike European capitals and the United States. In particular, propagandist Solovyov stated this directly.
It's possible. Let's assume the worst case. We work in absolute isolation.
Well, we will. We will continue to be in conditions.
No, well, simply, finally, we will switch to other types of weapons. Finally, we are gasping with all our might. Finally, we will stop playing here, but let's do it here. And finally, let's just sweep everything off the face of the earth and calm down.
Regarding weapons, that's a really important thing, because if Hazel is what you're pushing for, it's really Paris, London, and all that. More precisely, these are Washington, Chicago, Seattle, Los Angeles.
We can fly around Kiev several times. And it didn't come from us. Who arrived? From where?
President Volodymyr Zelenskyy confirmed that Ukraine is ready for a meeting and peace talks in any format, but Putin will not meet with the Ukrainian leader. He is afraid. Zelenskyy said this yesterday while speaking with journalists.
Putin will do everything to avoid meeting with me. He does not need a Russia-Ukraine agreement in itself, or he just wants to spit on us and say, "Who are you? I will decide without you." Honestly, I don't care in which format we can end the war, but it cannot be done without us, and that is important. If it is shuttle diplomacy, where President Trump meets with Putin, then President Trump meets with me, so be it. Let that be the format. I have always said honestly that it doesn't matter what the format is. We are ready to meet. That shows our readiness. But it cannot be a format where they decide everything for us. No, not without us. President Trump has already given Putin political signals and passes, and Putin replied to him with pure lies. We will see what happens next, but for now, that's the situation. So why should President Trump agree with Putin on something without considering our position? Who said we will accept it later? That is not beneficial. President Trump needs success after the Middle East, and he wants it. I would also really like America to succeed. Everyone would be happy, and we would be happy too. The war would end. If America succeeds, we can quickly make decisions about rebuilding our country, and everything needed for recovery will be found. I have definitely received signals from the American side. For us, it is important to know and to understand this.
Propagandists are hyping up the topic of a Trump-Putin meeting, hoping that the Kremlin will manage to secure it on its own terms. Ushakov, who just last week was talking about active preparations for the summit in Hungary, now looks rather gloomy.
Are there any guidelines now about a possible meeting with Trump?
So far, there are no guidelines, but the fundamental readiness to hold a meeting, if it is worked out in advance by experts, this remains.
None at all? Yes. But it turns out before the new year is definitely nothing?
That's what I don't know. You remember how quickly Anchorage and I agreed to come.
Meanwhile, Lavrov said that Russia is allegedly waiting for the United States to confirm the agreement supposedly reached in Anchorage regarding ending the war in Ukraine.
We supported the proposals that U.S. Special Presidential Representative Stephen Witkoff brought to Moscow a week earlier. In Alaska, through the mouth of President Putin, we double-checked with Mr. Witkoff, who was present there, whether we understood his proposals correctly. In the presence of his president, he confirmed that our understandings are correct. And we said that we are ready to move on this basis towards the finalization of agreements. And, by and large, now we are still waiting for the United States to confirm the proposals that they have conveyed to us, and which we have taken as a basis.
Hungary seeks to form a new anti-Ukrainian alliance within the EU together with the Czech Republic and Slovakia, according to the political director of Prime Minister Viktor Orban. Meanwhile, Syatro arrived in Minsk and began promoting Russia's position there at the so-called Eurasian conference. He even spoke in Russian.
Dear colleagues, thank you for the invitation. This is a great honor for me that you are inviting me for the third time. Of course, there will be a lot of criticism, for my participation, but the global security situation is so bad that I should be here today.
Recently, there was news that Ukraine and Sweden signed an agreement for Sweden to provide our country with 150 Gripen aircraft. And now Volodymyr Zelenskyy has revealed details of Ukraine's plans to replenish our combat aviation.
We chose 3 parallel platforms: the F-16, the Gripen, and the Rafale, the modern French aircraft. Its appeal at the time was that I only had to negotiate with France. That is important. The difficulty was that there was also high global demand for Rafales, and therefore production and delivery queues. We fought for the F-16. We understood that many European countries have F-16, and we can get older F-16s before we reach new orders. We agreed with Sweden that we will sign a contract, and Ukraine will receive 150 new Gripens. Certainly, that is a long path, but it is a very good option. The Gripens will come with all their armament. The main issue, we agreed on Gripen localization. I consider this a historic agreement, so I am running 3 parallel conversations about aircraft, with the Swedes, with the French, and with the Americans as well. And the overall requirement for the future of our combat aviation is a fleet of 250 new aircraft.
Russians are complaining about worsening logistics on the Vovchansk front. They cannot get into the Kharkiv region, all because water from the Belgorod reservoir flooded the roads. I remind you that recently the Ukrainian commander Robert Madar Brody confirmed damage to the Belgorod reservoir.
Oh, the crossing is in such a deplorable state.
Was it the same yesterday? Yes, here? No, well, the landing was not on her. The arrival was not at the crossing. There is some kind of tank there.
So we rolled it up. Our feet were all wet through.
That's it. Position oak. It spilled. The water came out of the banks. The whole road is drowning. Here is the car standing in the water. She got up and could not leave.
Dear viewers, thank you for watching this video. Give it a like and leave a comment. I'll be grateful for your activity and communication. Take care. See you soon.